The alarms are going off in observatories around the world. A sudden surge in cometary activity has been detected, with multiple giant objects making a beeline for the inner solar system.
We have a bunch of comets right now flying into the inner solar system, and this is bizarre because of how many it is. It's literally a swarm of comets.
These aren't some far-off travelers. Their orbits are set to cross our path very soon. This surge of giant comets is part of a much older, more massive structure in space. A debris field left over from a shattered megacomet. We've crossed its dusty edges before, but what's happening now is totally different. We are on a collision course with its very core, a region filled with colossal cosmic bodies, a true river of giants. Most people adore the gorgeous meteor showers that illuminate our night sky. But not all is as it appears. We're taught to see them as harmless displays of cosmic dust burning up in our atmosphere. The hidden truth is that one of these showers, the Taurids, which shows up every October, is actually the calling card of something much more significant. It's the thin, dusty edge of a gigantic river of debris left behind by an absolutely massive comet, an object that may have been up to 60 miles wide. To put it simply, this was a monster. It was hundreds of times more massive than the asteroid that marked the end for the dinosaurs. Thousands of years ago, this giant comet broke apart due to the sun's immense gravity, creating a vast stream of material that now litters our solar system. Earth travels through this stream, the Taurid complex, twice a year. For the most part, we just skim through the finer dust, which creates the familiar shooting stars. But astronomers are now realizing that the stream is not uniform. Hidden within it are the giant dark cores of the original comet, huge fragments with some measuring hundreds or even thousands of feet in diameter. These are not bright, easy-to-spot comets. They're dark, almost invisible chunks of rock and ice, which makes them incredibly difficult to track. This is where the story takes a serious turn. Recent observations have confirmed that Earth's orbit is now intersecting with the densest part of this debris stream. Imagine it as a cosmic minefield. We are no longer just dealing with the dust, but with the mines themselves. This swarm, as some astronomers call it, is a concentration of these larger, more formidable objects. New surveys have been picking up an unusual number of objects from the direction of the Taurid stream, indicating this wave of giant comets is not a theory, but an ongoing event. These aren't just rocks. They're volatile comets filled with frozen gases that can cause them to unpredictably change course or break apart, creating even more projectiles. What many have missed is the sheer scale of this. The Hubble Space Telescope has given us unprecedented views of comets, such as the stunning disintegration of Comet Atlas C209Y4 in 2020. It simply fell to pieces as it approached the Sun. A chilling reminder of how fragile yet chaotic these bodies are. Now imagine an object 10 times larger doing the same thing right in our cosmic backyard. The James Webb Space Telescope, with its incredible infrared eyes, is ideal for spotting these dark, cool objects that other telescopes might miss. It's helping scientists build a new map of our solar system's hidden threats. And the Taurid stream is a top priority. The data suggests that within this swarm there could be dozens of objects large enough to cause devastation on a continental scale. We are essentially flying through a graveyard that is still very much active. A threat this big must have left clues in our past, right? The answer is hiding in plain sight. One summer morning in 1908, a remote forest in Siberia was instantly flattened as if winter had come. An explosion estimated to be 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima leveled 80 million trees over an area of 800 square miles. For decades, the Tunguska event was a total mystery. There was no impact crater. The only clue was the utter devastation. For years, scientists debated if it was a small asteroid or something else entirely. The answer you see may have been streaking across the sky all along. The thing nobody tells you is that the Tunguska object was traveling from a direction that perfectly matches the Taurid meteor stream. Many scientists now believe it wasn't a dense rocky asteroid, but a fragile piece of a comet, a fragment from that same ancient shattered giant. It exploded in the atmosphere instead of hitting the ground, which explains the lack of a crater. This was a warning shot. It proved in dramatic fashion that the Taurid stream doesn't just contain dust. It holds objects big enough to unleash unbelievable energy. And Tunguska was a relatively small piece, perhaps only a couple hundred feet across. The swarm we are now entering contains objects many times that size. This idea is part of a mind-bending theory called coherent catastrophism. To put it simply, this theory proposes that major events in Earth's history, including the rise and fall of civilizations, weren't just random. They were orchestrated by our periodic encounters with the densest parts of the Taurid stream. Proponents of this theory point to a cataclysmic event around 12,000 years ago at the end of the last ice age, known as the Younger Dryas. A thriving civilization of mammoth hunters known as the Clovis people vanished, and the planet was plunged back into freezing temperatures. Evidence is mounting that this was caused by a major impact event or a series of air bursts from a fragmented comet. What many have overlooked are the clues buried in our planet's crust. Researchers have found layers of melted rock globules, microscopic diamonds, and high concentrations of platinum, all telltale signs of an extraterrestrial impact dating back to that exact period. These markers have been found all over the world, from North America to Syria. It suggests that Earth was peppered with fragments from a disintegrating giant comet, likely a large piece from the Taurid stream. This encounter would have triggered global wildfires, blotted out the sun with soot, and caused a sudden catastrophic climate shift. It would have been an event that reshaped the entire planet. The mystery of ancient civilizations that seemed to mysteriously collapse like the Akkadian Empire might not be a mystery at all, but another victim of this cosmic cycle. Our solar system is a much wilder place than we ever thought. Beyond the orbit of Neptune lies a chaotic, unstable region that acts as a staging ground for cosmic monsters. This is the realm of the centaurs. These are not asteroids, they're giant comets. Some stretching over 100 miles in diameter, kicked out of the Kuiper belt and thrown into unstable orbits that cross the paths of the giant planets like Jupiter and Saturn. They are the wild cards of the solar system. The thing nobody tells you is that these centaurs are the parent bodies of streams like the Taurids. The original 60-mile-wide comet that created the Taurid complex was almost certainly a centaur that got nudged into the inner solar system. What's terrifying is that there are hundreds of these giant comets out there right now. Their orbits are constantly being tweaked by the immense gravity of Jupiter and Saturn. A slight gravitational nudge is all it takes to send one of these behemoths on a new path, a path that could lead directly to Earth. You see, a single centaur contains more mass than the entire near-Earth asteroid population combined. An impact from one of these wouldn't just be a bad day. It would be a true extinction-level event. Many people are obsessed with finding every little asteroid near Earth, but one of these giants could completely change the game overnight. The Hubble Space Telescope has been instrumental in studying these distant giants. It has shown us that they are active, spewing gas and dust even at incredible distances from the Sun, proving their volatile cometary nature. They are not just inert snowballs. They are active, unpredictable giants. What many have overlooked is the sheer number of them. We currently know of a few hundred, but it's estimated there are over 1 million centaurs larger than half a mile wide waiting out there. This is where the James Webb Space Telescope becomes our most important sentinel. Its infrared vision allows it to peer into the cold, dark depths of the outer solar system and spot these bodies with greater accuracy than ever before. It's also studying their composition, trying to understand what they're made of and how they behave. The discoveries are truly fascinating. We're finding that they are rich in complex organic molecules, the very building blocks of life. But to put it mildly, they are also the potential bringers of planetary-scale destruction. Each one is a potential parent to a new Taurid-like stream just waiting to begin its journey inward. So with all this information, are we just waiting for the sky to fall? A question of when, not if. So here you are watching this, probably wondering if all of this is going to happen tomorrow. Is a giant comet going to appear in the sky with our name on it? The direct answer is probably not. Top scientists are not predicting an imminent civilization-ending impact that you need to worry about this week. But the thing is, that's not the real story here. The real story is the undeniable ground-shaking shift in our understanding of the threat itself. For generations, we've been taught to think of impacts as random lottery tickets, a 1 in a 100 million shot that could happen at any time from any direction. That thinking is now dangerously obsolete. We've moved from the idea of random chance to seeing these events as part of a predictable cyclical cosmic weather system. We now know the hurricane is out there, a vast swirling structure of debris like the Taurid stream, and we know our house is built directly in its historical path. We just don't know exactly when the storm will make landfall or how strong it will be this time around. Are we missing a key detail in the forecast? Absolutely. To put it mildly, our sky map is full of blank spaces. We are missing a complete catalog of all the city-sized dark objects lurking in the Taurid stream. These are comets covered in a thick layer of cosmic dust that makes them non-reflective and almost impossible for conventional telescopes to spot until they get dangerously close. What many have overlooked is that a low-probability event, when it has the potential to alter all life on Earth, is still a risk you have to take seriously. Governments and space agencies are finally waking up to this. The DART mission, where NASA successfully slammed a spacecraft into an asteroid to change its orbit, was a historic first step. It was humanity's first real test of planetary defense. Proof that we are no longer helpless dinosaurs just waiting for the sky to fall. We are finally developing the tools to fight back. But it's one thing to punch a single, solid, well-understood asteroid. It's another thing entirely to face a fragile, outgassing comet that could shatter into a dozen pieces when you hit it, turning one huge problem into 12 smaller, equally devastating ones. And are these efforts truly enough? The hard truth is that our current planetary defense systems, as promising as they are designed to find and track objects that are years or even decades away from a potential encounter. This gives us time to plan, to build, to launch a mission. They are not, however, prepared for the ultimate nightmare scenario, a sudden fragmentation event within the Taurid swarm. An event where a large, previously unseen comet breaks apart and sends a shower of Tunguska-sized objects our way with only months or even weeks of warning. That is the scenario that keeps planetary defense experts up at night. The truth is, while we have our eyes on the sky, our vision is still not perfect. The cosmos is vast and full of surprises, like the bizarre interstellar visitor Oumuamua, which zipped through our solar system in 2017. It was a complete unknown, and we barely got a glimpse of it before it was gone forever. It proved that objects can and do enter our system that we know nothing about. We are still just beginning to understand what's really out there, and in this cosmic game, what you don't see can definitely hurt you. We've explored the cosmic river of giants, the scars of past impacts, and the ticking time bombs of the outer solar system. We are in a new era of cosmic awareness. Are we the first advanced civilization to face this cosmic cycle, or just the first to see it coming? Let us know your thoughts below. And if you want to keep exploring the universe's biggest mysteries, make sure to like and subscribe.